Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another video of mine of multi-genre month. Yes, sorry guys, I had a long day. But anyway, back to business as usual. This is another movie. This is a comedy, kind of comedy crime coming of age story. It is a remake. Yes, no, don't worry. It's not Mulan, Josh. So you don't have to attack me in the comments. Just stay calm. It's not freaking Mulan. It's not The Lion King. It's not any of the Disney remakes of their cartoons. This is a remake of a Fox movie from back in 1987. This is the 100th Disney Channel movie from 2016. I didn't see it until now, so give me a break. I mean, I don't see everything. This is the remake of a beloved classic because the original from 1987 is I still prefer over this. This wasn't horrible though because Disney's made way worse remakes than this, especially their theatrical releases. And it's the Adventures in Babysitting 2016. So this is the one with Sabrina Carpenter, etc. Uh, I didn't see it when it first came out because I was just not interested. I'm like, you're not going to do better than the original from 1987. They didn't, but it's not a carbon copy. It does its own thing. It's not a shot for shot remake like The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin or the freaking Mulan remake, but they took stuff out that should not have been taken out. Here they add some new things, like they have cell phones and they have digital cameras, and there's more kids in this one. In the original, it was two boys and a little girl. Here it's two little girls and one boy, and then there's another girl, right? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. hmm This is the poster for the 100th Disney Channel version. This film does have problems, though. I'll get to the good stuff first, so because people think I'm always negative all the time. I'm like, hey, I have a lot of stress, guys. Doing these videos in the heat is not exactly a picnic. This came out June 24th, 2016 in the US and Canada. The good stuff. It's got some funny moments here and there, some slapstick that I liked. Oh yeah, it's the Asian girl, the dark haired girl, the Shirley Temple looking girl, and the boy from Little Rascals 2 that played Spanky. Um, yeah, Sabrina Carpenter's good in the film. I've always liked her since Girl Meets World. She's very talented. She can sing, very very cute, very petite. Just for me, I know she's very young, but I don't care, guys. I'm heterosexual. I will go after any girl that's legal and not married and is clean. And you know what that means, physically and mentally. She's very talented. She carries the movie because her co-star. I'll get to that. I like the kids. I think they're cute. The kid, the little girl that plays Emily, the little girl that plays Katie. Uh, Bobby Anderson. Played by Jet Jurgenmeyer. He's pretty good. Um, AJ Anderson, played by Madison Horsher. She's the Asian girl that does a lot of like skateboarding or whatever. In this version, she likes skateboarding or roller skating. In the original, it was a little girl that liked Thor. The Marvel character. Kevin Quinn as Zach Chase. He's fine. This kid reminded me a lot of Max Gekowitz. He reminded me of Tom Holland. He plays Trey Anderson. He's the pretty boy of the show. He really does remind me of Tom Holland. He sounds like Tom Holland. He's as young as Tom Holland. This kid should get more work. I liked his character. He's not in it too much, but he's not one of the main characters. And but like I said, if you had an option between seeing this one and the original's better, guys. Trust me. This got 3.45 million views on Disney Channel. Not horrible, but it didn't break records like High School Musical 1 and 2. Now, the biggest problem with this movie is the co-star, the supposed co-star of this movie. Which, by the way, in the original, you only needed Elizabeth Shue. She did not need a female co-star. Here, you have one of the most overblown, oversaturated actresses on the Disney Channel. I have never liked. It's a personal thing, guys. I'm sorry. I like Vanessa Hudgens. I liked freaking Zendaya, even after Zapped. And I even liked Isabella Moner on Nickelodeon. But this girl has never done, her acting has never done it for me. And that's Lola Perez, played by Sophie Carson. I'm not the only person on Facebook that hates this actress. I've never liked this actress. Ever since that Austin and Ally I saw years ago, I'm like, this girl cannot act. She cannot keep my attention. In Descendants, I never seen it, so I don't care about her character. Dove Cameron wants her more than I do. Anyway, in this movie, she's a bitch. She's constantly like lying, and she's trying to swindle people. And I'm like, she's the main character, and I'm like, I don't like her character, guys. She might as well have been the antagonist. That would have made more sense. You put Sabrina Carpenter as the lead character, Sophie's her villain. That's it. Trying to make her this like anti-hero doesn't work. You're not Mando, okay? You're not Mando. Um, and her acting, she does this shitty British accent in the third act where she has a tiara. I'm like, she's awful, guys. Awful. So god awful. I'm like, Sabrina Carpenter won awards for some of the things she's done, and she's won singing awards. This girl can't act, Sophia Carson. And you still did Songbird, so shame on you. The worst freaking movie of 2020 that could have came out during a pandemic. You do a freaking shitty romantic drama with KJ Apa about COVID. Again, why would you do something like that? What frame of mind were you in when you signed the deal for that movie? Oh, this will never happen, and it did. So shame on you. And I've never liked her on the Disney Channel. I'm sorry. She's in everything. I don't need to see her in everything. I don't want to see her in the MCU. She did some Cinderella story I never watched because I don't care about her. I don't. Is she ugly? No, but she's not my type. She's not for me, guys. She looks like a mini Sofia Vergara, and I'm not a fan of her either. And Carson is not a real name. You don't want to know what a real name is? They always do this fake code name so they don't show who they are. It's not Carson. It's Dakaret Char. How the hell do you get Carson from Dakaret Char? It's like Sabrina Carpenter. That is her name. It's not like her last name is Carpartes or something. It's just she's really awful in this movie. Sabrina should be is way better. You only needed one girl. You didn't need two. The rap scene was awful. You could have cut that completely out. It's because in the original, she sings the blues. Here, she has to rap in front of a bunch of black people, and it looks like a bad reenactment of the scene from 8 Mile when Eminem is rapping and does the Lose Yourself. That worked. Got an Oscar nomination. This is just a TV movie that just waters it down. And there is a better alternative with the original. But like I said, the kids are cute in the movie. The rest of the kids and Sabrina Carpenter. If they weren't in the film, I wouldn't have watched this to begin with. Because you could have done a lot better than having freaking, oh, this girl was in Descendants. Let's give her 8 more movies. Why? She can't act. Neither can Selena Gomez or Demi Lovato or these other. Demi did some decent voice acting, and her singing wasn't terrible in Camp Rock. But her teeth doing like this and being non-binary does nothing for me, guys. Nothing. There's nothing gay in this movie, like in like other Disney Channel movies. But there's a lot of stuff here that could have been cut out. Also, the scene in the beginning where her and Sabrina Carpenter are speaking Spanish to this dumbass Spanish guy, Mr. Vasquez, and it goes nowhere. You never see him again. So that scene is completely pointless. I did like the look of the film. It was filmed in Canada because, you can definitely tell everything is clean and there's a lot of people dressed up and some people have accents and they say a boot or whatever. But it didn't bother me because, again, some of my favorite Hallmark movies and Lifetime movies and even some former Disney Channel movies were back in the day were filmed there, and of course Sonic the Hedgehog was filmed there. So I love that movie. Here and like it's got a nice look to it. At least the director at least knows how to hold a camera. But like I said, Sophie Carson just is not for me. Sophia, excuse me, because some people get mad at anything. But John Schultz's directing was fine. The writing was hit and miss. For every funny joke, there's like five other things that are not funny. Oh, look, there's a racial stereotype. It's funny, right? No. French guy or a Mexican guy, whatever. It's not needed. But the film was okay. Like, if you have kids, they're not going to care about what I cared about. Because, like I said, they'll see anything. The Disney Channel's targeted for kids. So, this movie wasn't exactly going to win an Oscar or an Emmy. It's just a silly movie from 2016. I think The Sleepover is better than this from Netflix last year. That was way funnier, had the same premise, similar, and also it's got a better cast, and it doesn't have any annoying characters in it. Or the villains in here, like they're basically the Wet Bandits from Home Alone, the original and Home Alone 2. They're after the kids, yeah, that's Home Alone, guys. And the original Adventures in Babysitting was not Home Alone. It was completely different. And the thing is that the film's not that long. It's about 90 minutes. So it goes by quick. There's not a musical, thank God, because everything that they remake, it has to be a long 2.5 hour musical. There's no Brits in it. That's a huge freaking plus for me because everything Disney does now has to pander to the UK, to the freaking gay community, to everything. You know it's true. Don't deny it. Disney Channel, Disney loves to pander in nearly everything they do. It's like 10% of the stuff that they inherited, like Fox and Star Wars, that didn't have to pander as much with Mando and Bad Batch, etc. But when it comes to their content, they love to pander. Was this better than Secret Society? Oh God, yeah. That movie was garbage fire. It was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen on Disney Plus. Of any movie I saw there, that's the worst. This is just it's forgettable. I'll forget about this by tomorrow because I'm like the original's so much better. It's so much better. It's got a better cast. It's much short. It's a longer movie, but it's more ballsy at PG-13. This is a watered down version. Is it worth a watch if you have kids? Yeah, why not? If they love Descendants, they're gonna love this. I didn't love it. I thought it was okay, but you can do better than this, Disney. This is your 100th film on the Disney Channel. That was your original content, and yet half of the Disney Channel movies from the 90s are not on Disney Plus or from the 2000s. What's your excuse, huh? But whatever. That's why I gave up on Disney Channel movies a long time ago. Because last year I saw Upside Down Magic. I thought it was man, just like that. The kids were good, but the adults were not. Here, the adults are just there. The parents of the kids, they're barely in the movie. Both the parents of the Coopers and the Andersons. They're, in the original, there was one family, not two. Here, they wanted to mix it up a little bit to try to be different. So it's not a shot for shot remake like the Psycho remake. But here, like I said, if you've seen the original, you've seen this done better. And like I said, what was I expecting? I got some entertainment out of it. I wasn't suffering too much. But the accents and the stupid stereotypes and that subtitle scene in the beginning and the rap, god awful. You could have cut that out. Just like the rap in Space Jam 2. You could have cut it out. It would not make a difference. That was one of the only cringe-worthy scenes in that movie. And here, it's just like, oh, Sophie Carson can't rap. Sabrina Carpenter can't rap. She can sing, but she's not a rapper. And the kids are just like saying words, and people are just like, oh, and no, it's filler. It's the pad time. Stop doing that, Disney, please. Spin. I don't need to hear people that can't rap do Richie, Richie, Richie. I don't need to see that. It's racist. Just stop. Anyway, that's my review of the Adventures in Babysitting remake from 2016. It's not horrible. It's not even the worst remake that Disney's done, whether it be live action or whatever. It's not. It's just below average. Average at best. Just a movie that you'll forget about. If you've seen the original, go watch the original, guys. It's not dated. It's not dated. That's why when Disney does their remake of Home Alone, I'm not even interested because you got a kid that's not American playing Kevin. Yeah, that's not for me. This is the kid from Jojo Rabbit that I didn't see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't see everything artsy fartsy in this world because I'm a guy that likes movies that are fast and furious. You know why I love Space Jam 2? Because it was everything in my face at blinding speed, like this. It wasn't, let's talk for an hour and a half and then something happens. No, it's 25 minutes of LeBron James with his kid and then him getting sucked into the world. Once Bug shows up, the movie goes completely crazy and it's what I want. I have ADHD. I don't need things slowly happening and I have to wait for something to happen and I'm bored out of my mind and I have character actors that can't act as leads. I don't need that anymore, guys. Blackwood already opened my eyes. Cast a person that as your lead that's bankable that will actually do something right. Scarlett could have done that movie on her own. She didn't need a sidekick. This movie didn't need a sidekick. You cannot tell me Sophie's a better actress than freaking Sabrina. No, Sabrina's been acting since she was a little girl, and yeah, she's a lot better than this. That's why she doesn't do any more Disney Channel movies anymore because she's much better than this. She's a very talented singer, very talented actress, and she could have done this movie on her own. She didn't need freaking help. She had more chemistry with uh, what's her face, Roman Blanchard in Girl Meets World. But like I said, if you have kids, it's harmless. It's not going to hurt them. But I wouldn't watch this again because I can see much better versions, like the original. or I could see the original Home Alone, or I could see Sleepover, which is way better. It is. It was on Netflix, and I laughed my ass off. Here, I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny, but that's it. If it wasn't for the kids in this movie and Sabrina, I would have never watched this at all. But Sophie can't act, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say to you what they said in Days of Future Past. Both cuts of the movie. F off. Okay? We don't need you. You did a COVID-19 movie. You should never, ever get away with that. No one should ever do that. It's not like Scarlett did a movie like that because she didn't. She did The Spirit, but I'm over it. I saw it. I hated it. I got over it. I moved on. I can move on. I have logic. I have freaking rhyme and reason. People think I'm crazy, but no, I have rhyme and reason. I don't just do things randomly. Am I present myself on camera, and this is who you get. What you see is what you get, guys. I'm not playing a character here. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Tomorrow's my podcast for Matrix Reloaded. If I have any glitches, I'll stop the podcast and I'll do it in two parts. So that'll satisfy these people that have been waiting months to see me talk about Matrix Reloaded. I'm not doing the first one until I own it, and I'm not doing Revolutions. I have to see it first. So just the second one. That's the best one anyway. After the first one. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and oh boy, man, this movie didn't take a lot out of me. It just was there. But watch it if you want. I'm not going to stop you. So make your own choices, guys. Later.